Alright. I am back. Sorry for the delay. I'm officially back. So here's what happened. So, admittedly, I'm not entirely sure. My guess is that my my computer crapped out. Every once in a while, I start my computer, like, way before stream starts. If it's longer than 30 minutes before the start of stream, then usually my computer, I think it starts running some kind of background process or something. Because when I use my computer after that, that's when my computer's kind of slow. So I started my computer like 45 minutes before stream today. And I think that was the problem. Anyways, Darktide generally runs better, so I'm going to try doing a Darktide night instead. It could also be a Helldivers 2 issue. I'm not sure. But I'm good playing either one. So, instead, we're just going to play Darktide. So, anywho, but we're back. And it's also a lot easier for me to switch between my monitors when I play this game instead. So hopefully it'll be a lot easier for me to keep track of my CPU usage as well. But we are officially back. Hello, hello. Anywho, and we were also arguing about pit bulls. And I have a feeling / worry that people are actually upset. Hopefully not. Hopefully not, but you never know. You never know. But yeah. So, hold on. I'm trying to catch up on chats because I have missed a few here. But let's see. Let's see. Oh no, I think I have caught up. But yeah, sometimes I just speak and I argue because it's funny. Sometimes I know that I was wrong like an hour ago, but now I'm just here to argue. You know? But now you might be asking yourself, Taku, but so then when are you being serious and when are you just joking around? I don't know. Genuinely no idea. Sometimes I know. Sometimes I'm very much like, I know when I'm joking, and other times I don't know when I'm joking. Also, the past, like, minute of me talking, my brain was off. I don't actually... I'm speaking, but there's no substance. See, this is going back to what I was saying earlier, you know? Sometimes I just talk, and there's no substance there. So... Anywho, in other news, I am actually getting a lot better at, Zealot. Initially, Zealot was by far my worst class. I'm actually having a lot more fun as Zealot now. I'm moving around a little differently, and I'm playing a little... moving around differently... Sorry, navigating differently, and I'm... generally just playing differently, so... when I change the way that I play, and when I change my weapons, I think I have a lot more of a fun time. The Thunderhammer is a lot... the Thunderhammer is a lot of fun, personally. So. Anywho, he doesn't even know himself. Sometimes I get so lost in what I'm saying that I can't tell if I'm joking. You don't know if I'm joking. I don't know if I'm joking. Nobody knows if I'm joking, you know? But that's the fun part, you know? How much of me is a character, and how much of me is Taku actually a Pitbull hater? Does he actually recognize that maybe his views are a little off the wall, and maybe he doesn't actually agree with those things? Who knows? Do I know? Maybe. Maybe I do know if I'm joking. Maybe I don't know if I'm joking. If I did know if I was joking, would I tell you? Would I refuse to tell you? Would I joke about not knowing but actually know? Would I not know but joke about knowing? I don't know. Anywho. But yeah, let's see. I barely got back, so I missed whatever happened. I had to restart my computer, so you didn't really miss much. My computer was acting up, so I had to restart the whole thing. I also had to get rid of Norton. I still have Windows Defender, which is cool, but I had to get rid of Norton. Norton is becoming more like a virus anyways, and I can't really... Sometimes it's like... I've been getting these notifications from Norton that are just like, saying that, oh, you need to renew your subscription because you're not actually protected. And then Norton does a thing where it's like, hey, just so you know, we just stopped this thing from happening. This bad thing from happening. Aren't you glad that Norton protected you? And it just has me sitting here like, are you protecting me or not protecting me? Because you just told me that you got rid of some... You blocked some potentially malicious thing, but you also said that I need to pay for protection, so I don't... Anyways, it's becoming more of a virus than an actual application, I feel. I feel like I'm being extorted more than I feel actually protected, so I just deleted it. So. Anywho, I might get a virus, I don't know, if I get a virus, I'll just delete and reinstall everything. I really have nothing. This computer is literally just for gaming. I do nothing personal on it whatsoever. I absolutely refuse, so, it literally doesn't matter. If I have to wipe the whole thing, it doesn't matter. Anyway, but yeah, I restarted my computer. Appy says, exactly, MGS sucks and Death Stranding is boring walking sim. What's it like to just lie, you know? I mean, sometimes I joke around, you know? I joke around about lying and such. Appy's just lying, you know? He's literally just lying. So, it's crazy. It's crazy to just lie about Metal Gear or Death Stranding being bad. So, crazy. Anyways, but yeah, we're on Darktide now. And the reason I switched to Darktide is... Well, for one thing, I can play it and I can talk a lot better than I can with Helldivers. I actually thought that Helldivers would be, I thought Helldivers would be easier to talk to you guys, which is kind of why I picked it, on top of wanting to play it, but I thought it would be easier. I can actually, it turns out, I can actually play Darktide mindlessly, because I tend to play Darktide on my own. When I watch YouTube, so I'm really used to multitasking when I'm playing this game, so I'm not really worried about it. Makes it a little easier to play. But yeah, let's see. Are you I think you're actually a Pitbull hater, even if it's whack to be so. But how will you know? How will you know if I'm actually a Pitbull hater, you know? Do I hate Pitbulls the animal? Do I hate Pitbulls the singer? Who's to say? Who knows? Do I know? Do you know? And Appy, if I already fired up a different game, no worries. I am going to play Darktide regardless, because I love Darktide. Darktide, Darktide, Darktide. Got it. But yeah, if there's anybody out there that's... Oh, speaking of people that are out there, someone joined our Discord a moment ago, like right when I started streaming, and I don't know who it is. I don't think they're a bot, because they have like an account created in 2001, but I don't recognize the name, and I have literally no idea who it could be. So, if you're out there, thank you for joining the Discord. I hope you enjoy. But I don't offhand know who you are, so... Anywho, let's see. Taku flops between sides like a fish out of water flopping on the deck. Yes, because it's funny. And Norton is just junkware and has been for like 10 years. I can see that. Don't know if that's true, but I'll just believe it. Who am I to think otherwise? Get malware bites and call it a day. Bloatware, that's the word, so true. I agree. And Appy-chan has never lied in his entire life. No comment. And I joke around about lying, so everything he says out of his mouth will be true until he decides to lie. But that will be random, like rolling a die in Baldur's Gate. Yep. Yeah. I'm kind of like writing what's true as I go, you know? It's like, you know when lore gets retconned? It's like that. I don't know why I couldn't push just now, but... it's like that. Taku lore just gets retconned, you know? I decide what's canon. When will I decide what's canon? I don't know. Do I know what's canon? Kinda. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Whatever opinion I decide that I like more is the opinion I'm sticking with, so. Do I hate pit bulls? I don't know. Maybe. Who's to say? Who's to say? Not me. Not you. I don't know. Do you? No. Do I? No. Will I ever? I don't know. You know? Who's to say? Who is to say? Ooh. Oh, another thing I figured out about this class, I never block when I play other classes. I think blocking's kind of useless. Yeah, so it turns out it's not useless. But I was never blocking before. I'm blocking now, so I think that's also why I live a little longer as Zealot now. Because I actually will block stuff. Not like super successfully by any means, but I do try to block stuff. So, anywho. Taku just can't handle the truth. Nope. It's good. It's absolutely good, so. Who's to say? Let's see. If Taku doesn't even know, we get to make up our own minds about what's real. And yeah, who is that? I wave to them. Oh, yeah, I don't know who that is. But yeah. Yeah. Living your best life must be really something, and why block when you can Unga... Is it Unga Bunga, or is it Unga Bunga? You know? No, but I have been adopting the philosophy of just charging in and slicing everything that moves without blocking. But lately, when I play Zealot, I keep dying, so I need to start blocking. Ooga Booga? Bunga Bunga? I don't know. Like hung. Ayo. Incredible. Incredible. I'm so flabbergasted, truly. I'm gonna play Auric Damnation. I think I'm ready. I think I am ready for suffering. My frame rate's tanking, but we'll not worry about that yet. Oompa Loompa. Oh, brother. Anywho. So, I got a little disappointed before stream started today. IGN was like, hey, check out this new Fox Hunt trailer for Metal Gear Solid 3. And I was excited to look at it. The moment I read the comments, I realized I should just skip through it. It turns out that it's not even like an in-depth look. It's like 20 seconds worth of gameplay that doesn't really tell you anything, and the rest of it is like a minute and 40 seconds of people talking about the gameplay. It's like, my man, you haven't shown me anything. Also, another thing, Konami, I have a grudge against Konami after Metal Gear Solid 5. I kind of had a little more faith in them after Silent Hill 2, but oh yeah, okay, maybe I'm not ready for Orc on this class. I had a little more faith in them for because they were putting out these little videos that showed that they were like listening to the feedback about Metal Gear Solid 3 and blah blah blah. And then they proceeded to announce Fox Hunt, which is a hide-and-go-seek game mode for the Metal Gear Solid 3 multiplayer that literally nobody asked for. And even on the on YouTube, for that video that explains what Fox Hunt is, even then, people were commenting on that video like to the effect of, literally nobody asked for this, nobody wants this, everybody wants Metal Gear Online, where is it? Which is my feelings exactly. It's like, they're like, oh, the landscape of gaming has changed so much in the past decade. It's like, yeah, but shooters are still really popular, you know? It's not like games with guns and like Team Deathmatch hasn't gone away, you know? In the past, like, decade, so I don't know why they're making a game like Team Deathmatch is out of style, you know? That's so bizarre. But they're really sticking by that. They're really sticking by the idea that they need to not do TDM anymore. Baffling to me, personally. Absolutely baffling. Do we still trust IGN? I only trust IGN for releases of trailers. I trust them to be on top of gaming news. I don't trust them to be a reliable source of gaming reviews, if that makes sense. So, yeah, when it comes to like news, if I want a trailer, if I want to be up to date on what's happening in the gaming world, the first thing to check is IGN. If you're looking for a review for a game, the last thing to check is IGN. IGN reviews are not reliable and are not consistent because they keep choosing different people for their reviews and whatnot, so don't check reviews for IGN. But when it comes to news, I absolutely believe it is a reliable source to get trailers and information about what's happening. So, but IGN is IGN even good journalism? I think the biggest problem, in my opinion, is not simply IGN reviews are bad, which is true, but I think the problem is that they don't have a dedicated, like, they need to have, like, a person do their review. Or they need to have, like, one person, I mean. The more people you keep adding in with all their different tastes and whatnot, the less consistent the reviews are going to be. Like, you know, maybe somebody's taste is trash, you know? But you wouldn't know. It would just say, like, IGN, and it would tell you, like, later on, you know? So, hard to say. But their game wiki pages are kind of good, so true. The only game review that matters to me is Appy's review. Easy. I suppose. And Mandy says, I like Steam reviews. They're kind of funny sometimes. I agree. I also trust Steam reviews. I feel like Steam reviews are a pretty reliable source, aside from your occasional... Oops, I didn't mean to. My bad. Oh, good thing I didn't drop a medkit. I was about to, but we got the medkit station. Right there. Okay, hold on. I can hear the dogs. I don't know where they are, but there's a lot of them. Yep. Oh. Hold on, I need to lock in for this. Until the dogs are gone. Okay, we're good. We're good. Okay. They are bought and paid by Game Corpo's FIGN. I'd say I don't like IGN for their reviews. Everything else about IGN is fine, in my opinion. I don't trust the reviews, but trailers and news, great source of information, in my opinion. IMO. The reviews on those sim games. Oh, sorry. What I was going to say earlier, the thing I don't like about Steam reviews is the ones that are like, this is Bob. Bob is a cat. This is your only chance to pet Bob. Be sure to leave a like to pet Bob or something like that. Those are devoid of substance. I really don't like those. Oh, okay. Sorry. Abrupt change in conversation, but have you guys ever participated in email chains when you guys were in, like, middle school? Because that was a big thing when I was in middle school. I completely forgot about it until, like, just the other day. You know the ones that are, like, back in middle school before you could have a phone? They were just, like, they would tell a story about, like, somebody whose life went so terribly because they didn't share this email 10 times with 10 of their best friends or something. Like, this is Megan. Megan had the worst life ever because there was a ghost in her closet and the ghost had cursed her to share this email with 15 friends, and she did not, and she died. So you should share this email 15 times because it will bring you happiness, and the love of your life will say that they like you, but if you don't, then you'll literally die. You know those emails? I'm pretty sure I got attached to, like, quite a few of those. I wonder who makes those. I haven't seen those in a long time, but I guess I'm not a middle schooler anymore, so... Anywho. Let's see. So funny cursed. Chair Sim 1 and 2. And is this Facebook in 2008 or Gmail spam? No, Gmail spam. It's definitely Gmail spam. Back in the day when all I had was an email. All I had was email. Oh, that almost killed me. Technically, that would have downed me, but we're still good. That should have downed me, rather. But thankfully, it did not. Woohoo! Okay. Let's see. First. Memory unlocked. Mandy's like, yes, I started those. You're wondering where they originated from? It was me. Mandy be like, I was the friend that sent those. I didn't want to die from the ghost in my closet, you see. I had to share it 15 times with my bestest of friends, so that instead of dying for the ghost in my closet, I would obtain the love of my life. You know? Oh, that's not good. Damn it. I never chained, LOL, I will be cursed. I don't care. I didn't want to bother anyone else with that stuff. That doesn't matter. I've been cursed ever since I never shared it. Can you believe that? Isn't that crazy? Here, take it? Take it. Just take it. Oh. Anytime anything bad in my life ever happens, I'm just gonna blame it on Google email chains, you know? If I ever have children and they wonder, like, why bad things are happening to them, I'll be sure to tell them that my bloodline is cursed as a result of, not sharing Gmail email chains. You know? We should bring it back. I should... Oh. Our team has like one brain cell. Where the hell's that bullet coming from? Oh, it's behind us. So, I feel like, what, every Sunday, maybe? I should just start spam Saturdays. I'll just spam everybody in our Discord with one of those. Share this 10 times with 10 of your best Discord friends. And Taku will be happy next week. But if you don't, then, I don't know. Then you'll be haunted by ghosts forever. You know? Just something simple. Something simple. You know? The casual haunting, as one does. You understand. Giving everyone anxiety. If I had a villain arc, that would be it. I wonder where that's gone. Is that still a thing? Surely not. If I ever have kids, I think I would prevent them from ever getting an email. I don't want them to be a victim of cursed email chains. All that. Oh, there's a lot of them. Yep. That's probably a team wiper right there. Why are there so many dogs, dude? Our team sucks. Yeah, I'm dead. I'm super dead. Welcome into K. Scott, by the way. Welcome in. How are you, K. Scott? K. Scott, when you were younger, have you ever been a part of email chains where it'll be like, oh, we just lost. I'm just gonna leave. Have you ever been a part of email chains that are like, forward this to 10 of your best friends, and you'll be super lucky and super rich and have, like, the best life ever? Or, if you don't forward it, you're gonna be cursed for the rest of your life or something? K. Scott says, I think so when I was a kid. Okay, me too then. Me too. Yeah, that's what we're talking about right now. I kind of forgot about that, but Azur says I'm gonna leave the Discord. No. If you leave the Discord, then you'll be cursed by the ghost of you'll be cursed by the ghost of Christmas past. But forever. But if you share the channel with like 10 of your friends, then you'll have good luck and great happiness forever. You know? You know how it is. You know how it is. Let's see. I don't know if email is that big of a thing anymore. I hate email. Like, I never know how formal to be in emails, because sometimes I'm like, I have to talk back and forth with somebody about something, and it's very much one of those things that, like, this could be a phone call, but for some reason it's like a 10 email chain. It'll be like, hello Mandy, I got your message, thanks for reaching out. It's great that Squigs is doing well. How are you doing? Well wishes, Taku. And then I send it. And then Mandy replies like, hello Taku, things are going well for me. How are things for you? Squigs is going great. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Signed, Mandy. You know? This is, not one-to-one, but you understand. But yeah, glad to have you with us, K. Scott. Sorry. I fell asleep and just woke up. No worries. I hope you feel better after your little nap. Haunted by a goth, you say? I didn't say anything about being haunted by a goth, but that would be pretty cool. Taku's kids are going to be internet illiterate. It is for the best. absolutely for the best. I'm fine with them being internet illiterate. I was a little too internet literate growing up, and I kind of wish I wasn't. So, Maddie says my job revolves around email, but other than that, I never use it. If I'm talking to a friend, I don't do it over email. Oof. Hold on. I gotta get rid of this guy. That should have killed me. I don't know why I jumped down here. This is kind of dumb, actually. See, for some reason, Heresy, it's too easy. Heresy is way too easy, but Damnation is too hard. So, at least for my Zealot. I can do it on with Veteran, but Zealot, I can't do it. Instead of email, let's communicate via Animal Crossing letters. Ah, yes. Would you believe me if I told you that I haven't opened Animal Crossing since last Wednesday? Oh, hold on. That is not good. Well, we're just gonna pretend that never happened. K. Scott says, any updates on Cashier Crush? Well, it's funny you ask. I went on Tuesday. I got helped by somebody else. She was, like, busy doing cashier stuff. So I got my takeout order taken by somebody else. But I went today. I need to be really careful about what I say, because I'm worried that I'm just gonna, like, slip the name of the whole restaurant and everything. Hopefully I don't do that, but anyways. So, I went today, and she actually wasn't working today, but there's this other girl that works at the window. She's pretty cute, but I don't know, I don't know if she, like, what she does, because I've seen her before, but I see her, like, once every, like, 5 times I go. But, yeah. I don't know. I think it's a lost cause, personally. Meeting a woman in a romantic capacity, I think it's that's a lost cause. It's not happening. But I'm thinking of getting that. There's this, like. So here's the thing about me, okay? For some reason, if life were an RPG and we all had unique perks and talents and traits and whatnot, here are a few of mine. Okay. I'd say that of all things, my luck stat tends to be pretty high. I'd say my skill is for all intelligence checks, there is a 50% chance that it can be re-rolled with luck, should it fail. That's one. And the other, or I say that because I feel like I get myself out of a lot of situations through pure luck, rather than intelligence. But my other perk is, I don't know why, but I just have, like, women that are around the age of 50 tend to like me a lot. I don't know why. There's something about me, I guess. It might be my boyish energy. Maybe they just see me like their son or something. But I don't know what it is, but I just have this appeal with women in their 50s. I don't know why, but like women in their 50s, they specifically refer to me as like dear or sweetie. They'd be like, "Come here, sweetie." You know? Just the other day, I was helping this lady just the other day, and I was like, she wasn't at her desk. I needed to like talk to her about something. She showed up down the hall and she was like, "Come here, sweetie." I'm just like, ma'am? Ma'am? I mean, technically I am, like, young enough to be your son, you know, but... And that very same day, this other lady called me dear. Like, hello, dear. Like, hello. Ma'am? Anyways, so, bringing this point back around, I think there... Next to the woman I'm interested in is another woman in her like late 40s. So here's the game plan, right? Maybe I can use my boyish charms to see if I can get that auntie lady to be my wingman, you know? No, not my crush. My crush is not in her late 40s. I'm saying that my crush, I believe, is in her mid-20s. I don't really know much about her, but she looks to be in her mid-20s. But I don't really know much about her. The auntie in her late 40s, the goal is to hopefully get on her good side, and then maybe see if she'll be my wingman. Or wing woman, as it were. And see if she can help me out for identifying whether or not my crush is actually interested in me, and if she is, what I should do about that. Because they like work together a lot. Usually, if I see them, if I see my crush, she's standing right next to that woman in her late 40s. So, I'm hoping they know each other well enough that maybe I'm in, you know? Maybe I'm in, not because of my pure, my mid-20s riz, but because of my anti-riz, you know? So, you understand. Maddie's like, I was like, what is happening? And are you gonna tell her about your crush? I might just be like, one day if I go and it's really quiet, maybe I'll just be like, hey, auntie, is so-and-so single? And I'll just see what happens. My hope is that they're not related. It would be pretty funny if that was like, she was like, oh, you mean my daughter? That would be kind of scary, but aside from that, maybe it'll work out. I don't know. But yes, K. Scott shows a wing, and Asbury says, "You don't need a wingman. You're a peacock." Showing off my feathers. No, I don't have. Like, I can talk and joke around and like all I want on stream, but that's because. That's because, you know, you guys are not seeing me. If I had to, like, lock eyes with you... I said this before on stream, but something about eye contact makes my brain stop working. So I don't... In real life, I'm not very good at eye contact because my brain will stop. Some, like, primal fear will, like... engage in some part of my prey brain, and it will unlock my brain, and I won't be able to engage in a conversation. So that's why that's why stream is fine. But in real life, but I almost fell. In real life, I'm not as successful in my conversations. It doesn't really work out for me, unfortunately. Let's see. Tell her Then you tell her, nice to meet your mother-in-law. Is so-and-so single? You mean my daughter? Oh, so you're my future mother-in-law. That would be wild. That would be pretty wild. I don't know if I could do that. But are you a rabbit or something? Yeah. I'm like a deer in the headlights, you know? Like, I can't move. I can't think. The Riz goes out the window, so... But you know, I don't know. I don't know. For all I know, my crush could be married and has kids. I literally have... I know, like, nothing about her. So, you know? This reminds me of a Reddit story I read the other day. So, this Reddit story was titled, something to the effect of, I'm excited for marriage, but I hate the ring. And at first, I was reading the post and I was like, this girl was basically saying like, oh, my boyfriend proposed to me. It came as a surprise because we've only been dating for a year, but I'm really excited. I told him, yes, we're gonna get married. And which was fine. But then she was also like, oh yeah, but I don't like the ring, so I don't know how to approach the subject. And I guess at first I'm like, okay, well, it's not a super big deal. You can just tell him you don't like it, you know? I mean, he's your boyfriend and your future husband. It's no big deal. But as the post went on, she actually replied to a bunch of comments on that post. She said that her oh, I'm getting far away from the team. She was saying that her boyfriend is a doctor, and not super supportive of her continuing school and whatnot, and blah blah blah. And she dropped the bomb. It turns out that she is 19 and her boyfriend is 31. And they've been dating for a year, so I guess she met him when she was like 18, or I guess got together with him when she was 18, and he was like 30. He spawn camped her. Yeah, pretty much. It's kind of wild. Mandy says, Kashi says to never date the doctors and to chill. It's pretty wild. The problem, don't get me wrong, I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of the... I'm not really sure how I feel about age gaps in relationships, and I do think we have talked about this before on stream. I find that age gaps in relationships are fine, but it kind of depends when you guys met, you know, and how big the gap is, and how old the youngest person is. Kind of makes a difference. I think the general rule I heard was something like the oldest person should be... If you're the youngest person, the oldest you can date is half your age plus... Sorry, wait. For your age, the youngest person you can date should be half your age plus 7 or something like that. Obviously, adults should date adults. Just to make that very clear. But I mean, if you're like 50, that would mean half your age plus 7 would be, the youngest would be 32 or something? I don't know, but when it comes to like an 18-year-old and a 30-year-old, I kind of feel like they kind of at different points in their life. Anyway, the age gap isn't like questionable flag. I feel like that's a red flag depending on who you ask. The biggest problem though is that he was very much like what do you call that? He was like isolating her from like friends and family or something, and like making it so that he was trying to get her to drop her career so that she'd be a stay-at-home mom. So it was kind of sus. Let's see. But yeah, sorry, I don't really want to criticize other people's relationships. But let's see. He's a doctor. He doesn't want her to go to school. What in the world would they have to talk about? I don't know. That's kind of the thing. I think I saw a Reddit commenter brought up what her mom said. I can't remember what it was though. It was like I don't remember. If I remember, I'll tell you though. But he didn't want her to go to school because I just think he just didn't want her to leave him, I guess. I don't know. But she was very, like, career-oriented, so she didn't want to do that. So after Reddit commenters had pointed out all the red flags about this guy, she did some reading up on, like, grooming and, like, love bombing and such like that. And she realized that he fit the bill for a lot of those descriptions. So the Reddit commenter advised her to, like, leave, don't say anything, just go. So she did, and I guess the night that he realized that she was missing and went back to be with her parents for a little while, that's when he, like, blew up her phone with, like, 90, like, texts and missed calls and, like, freaking out and blah, blah, blah. They're pretty sus. Seems she wants to go to school. She does. As Ray says, the largest age gap I did was 4 years, but I was the younger one, and I was 19. Yeah. I don't know. I think when the older you get, in my opinion, the older you get, the less an age gap matters, but you have to be, like, past a certain point. To me, 13 and... Sorry, not 13. 30 and 18 is crazy. These two people are in, like, completely different parts of their life. I mean, if it works for them, I don't want to criticize too much, but it is a bit worrisome. But if it's like 75 and 50, it's kind of like, it doesn't really matter, you know. It's like one person's old and the other's super old, you know. it's not really a big deal, you know. So I don't know. He's like, oh no, BB, I can make your life heaven if ever you never gotta work. Then maybe, but that's only if she doesn't want to work. Yeah, she wants to work. He's just trying to, like, stop her from leaving her, basically. Let's see. It feels like soon to be financial abuse, and I think that's kind of the concern. Especially, I mean, to me, a stay-at-home mom lifestyle, stay-at-home dad lifestyle, totally fine, but I do think that it's important to remember that should things not work out, you gotta be able to land a job, you know? I think it's important to, like, yeah, you can be a stay-at-home parent, but I do think it's important to like be ready for the chance that things don't work out, and then suddenly you need a job, you know, or you need some kind of income. You know what I mean? Hold on, I need to turn my light on. Hold on. All right, I'm back. But sorry, going back to what Azuri was saying. When Azuri is 19, the older girl is 4 years older, 23. To me, 23 and 19 is not that big of a age gap to me. I do think there would be some differences, but to me that doesn't raise my eyebrow. Um, I don't doesn't really raise an eyebrow for me. Uh, Azura says I dated a guy 10 years older than me and it felt weird. I see. Uh, and Mandy says she's a literal teenager and he's in his 30s. That's a big no-no. So true. Azure says, what's the math you said to calculate an age gap? The formula. The formula is half your age plus 7. But, again, just to be crystal clear, this is for adults. We're not talking about, like... Wait. No, I guess no. The formula, I guess, works for... Wait, no, does that work? No, I don't know if that works, actually. No, yeah. The formula only applies for adults. So, we're not talking about, like, 17 using that as in the formula. I'm talking about, like, if you were an adult and you use the formula to get an adult number. So, you understand. So, like, 30s, for example. If you were exactly 30, the formula would say that the youngest person that would be acceptable for you to date would be 30 divided by 2 plus 7, which would be 15 plus 7, which would be 22. So 30 years old and 22 years old. That's, like, the cutoff. So... Happy says 120-year-old dating hot 67-year-old. See, it all works out. At some age, you turn into a skeleton. You know, it doesn't matter. Once you hit like 70, you're a skeleton. So you know what I mean. Kitsune says wood. Welcome in, Kitsune. Welcome in. How are you, Kitsune? Long time no see. We're talking about age gaps in relationships. And to be clear, this is my personal views. I'm not fully set in them. Obviously, what is illegal is very illegal. But if two adults want to date and the age is kind of big between them, you know, I mean, adults dating adults, you know, as long as there's no, like, grooming or power imbalances involved. But let's see. Azur says, even 4 years older, if the other person says, oh, I was too old or too young to watch that show that the other grew up on, it feels weird. Okay, well, yeah, I guess, no, I can see that, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that would be weird. Because I feel like I stopped watching cartoons around the, like, when the Amazing World of Gumball started, like, gaining popularity. If and I think that's like a year or two younger than me even. So if I was, I don't want to say my exact age, but if I was dating somebody 2 years younger than me and they told me that they grew up watching Gumball, I think I would just, like, I'd feel kind of weird about that. I don't know. I guess that would feel kind of weird. I didn't think about it that way, but that would be kind of weird for me. I was a SpongeBob guy, so Asbury says he definitely is spawn camping, and while still within the constraints of the game, it is still frowned upon. It's a party foul. No, not party foul. You understand. Appy says, I think 30 and 18 is fine as long as the relationship was formed naturally, but I feel like 99% of them happen with grooming or other unsanitary behavior. Exactly. I think that's what I'm a little concerned about. Grooming and unsanitary behavior is not okay. But yeah, I guess forming naturally, yeah, I can see. I can see that. But I can also see the other side, where Azur is saying 30 and 18 is wild. Most 18-year-olds haven't seen any of the world. So true. So true. I'm very different now than when I was 18 years old. And I am like a full... I'm at that age where like I don't feel... I'm technically an adult, obviously, but I don't quite feel like an adult. I feel like I'm kind of young, but I can turn it off and on, you know? Like, if I need to be, like, a full-grown man, then I can turn it off and on. But if the man in me is not on, then I'm watching anime in bed, kicking my feet around. So I don't know. It all depends. But Mandy says, at some age, we're all the same age. I agree. Once you hit the age of old and dead, we're all dead. You know what I mean? So, once we all hit 50 plus. So true. Everyone above 50 plus is just old. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That's a joke. That's a joke. Maybe. And Kitsune says, I have returned. So true. Welcome back. Kitsune says, I had an ex. I was almost 2 years older. She didn't grow up with the shows I did. And I didn't feel my age until 21, TBH. I don't even feel my current age. I think COVID has a lot to do with how I feel about my age, I think. Because I feel like if COVID was what, like 2 to 3 years or something? I feel like I'm 2 to 3 years younger than I actually am. You know? Just a little bit. Do both the man and the dog within you share the same space? Yes, they exist in the same apartment of my soul. You know? Sometimes the man comes out, sometimes the dog comes out, but the dog is in me. The man is in me as well. We're gonna walk that back. Kitsune says, just got home from work, ordered food and they didn't deliver my drinks. I'm losing my mind. It's time to drink water, Kitsune. You know, maybe they just ate it. This is another reason I don't trust DoorDash. Like, you know, I'm sure like 99% of DoorDashers are like, well, you know, good people. But there's that, you know, like 1% chance that somebody's like eating my fries, you know. And on top of being unsanitary, I'm losing fries, so. For that reason, I'm too afraid to order DoorDash. I don't want anybody touching my food aside from the people that prepare the food, you know? And I know that some, like, delivery places, like, staple the thing shut, but I don't know if I trust those staples, you know? Who's to say? But, I hope you have a wonderful meal, Kitsune, aside from, missing the drink. Sometimes the dog comes out to walk the man. Yes, and sometimes the man comes out to walk the dog. You understand. The dog is in Asbury too, it seems. Yeah. Sometimes you unleash your inner dog. Sometimes you unleash your inner man. Sometimes the two shall meet. other times never the two shall meet. You know? Hard to say. Hard to say. Just... I've got that dog and that man in me, man. When the dogs come out, Taku's scared. Listen here. Listen here. Okay, you know, I should probably drop the... I should drop how I feel about dogs. For those of you that may be unfamiliar with Taku lore, I am afraid of dogs because my mom got attacked by a dog when I was young, kind of. I say attacked, but my mom was like petting this dog, and it just like went and bit her in the leg. So ever since then, I've been scared of dogs. So, in case you're wondering, oh, why does Taku scared of dogs? That's why. I don't trust dogs. Whenever a dog comes up to like sniff my leg, I feel like it's like if a stranger was just like rubbing a knife against my leg, you know, just like not stabbing me, but just kind of like, oh, maybe I'll cut you with this, you know. That's kind of how it feels. It's like, oh, maybe I'll get bit today. I don't know. Hard to tell. I don't speak dog, you know. So yeah, I don't trust dogs. They scare me. Now, if they're just like hanging out and they're minding their own business, then it's not really a big deal. Because in that way, it's kind of like it's like when a stranger's wielding a knife, but they're not anywhere near you. Then it's all good. But yeah, when dogs come up to sniff me, I get real uncomfortable real fast. It really does feel like a stranger's just like casually holding a knife up next to my leg, you know. So, let's see. Haven't drank soda in months. I have been drinking soda way more than I would like to admit. I'm slowly turning into, you guys know, Randy from Trailer Park Boys? When he, like, the one guy that, like, walks around with his shirt off and his gut out all the time. I feel like I'm slowly turning into Randy. As time goes on. I'm literally sitting here just, like, with my little shorts hanging out, no shirt, just sitting in the AC. You guys can't tell, but that's what I'm doing. A little Taku lore, in case you were curious what's behind the model. If you're wondering what's behind the model, it is the most beautiful man you've ever seen, but he also vaguely resembles Randy, but not really. And today, this was my cheat day. Nice. Very nice. Every day is the food cheat day for me. I have no self-control. I have gone to that restaurant with that girl I'm interested in. I have gone there twice this week, and I'm not super proud of myself about it. I am pretty guilty feeling, really. You know? I do feel pretty bad about that. Azray says, I drank grape soda before bed last night. Very nice. I haven't had... Ooh! Oh. I haven't had grape soda, but today I actually tried Monster. The drink. I've been drinking a lot of Monster, like, original? Sorry, for the first time I tried Monster Guava. What I'm trying to say. My first time trying a flavor of Monster that is not original. And boy oh boy, it actually just tastes like Pog. Kind of wild. But I liked it. It was good. I wouldn't get it again, but it was good. Asbury says, I'm sorry if your dog attacks me, I'm putting it down. Do I agree with this statement? Do I not? Who's to say? Who's to say? Ooh. I'm joking, maybe. I don't know. It depends. You know, I've actually been noticing, like, a lot more, I guess now that I, like, head outside more into public spaces, I am seeing people, like, run around with their, like, dogs unleashed. It's like, dude, your dog might not attack people, but somebody else's dog might get riled up, you know? I don't know. Kinda sketchy, not gonna lie. Nope. I missed. There we go. Let's see. If the dog attacks me, it's going into a stew. Oh my. Now, I wouldn't go that far, but, understandable. Anti-dog propaganda stream. It's okay. Squigs is exempt from any negative dog propaganda. Squigs is an actual angel. Any animals owned by anyone within our stream community, all those animals are angels. Every dog outside of that is hereby declared questionable, at best. You ever played Modern Warfare 2? Yes. Once upon a time. Once upon a time. You know, if Activision just remastered 2, I feel like it would sell well. Oh wait, no, maybe they did, actually. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, also, in another abrupt change of conversation, just so you guys know, Battlefront 2 on Steam is $4. It's Battlefront 2 is top tier game. And it's literally $4. So if you don't own it, you're interested in playing it, it's $4. I bought it. I'm not gonna play it on stream. The reason for that being Disney plus Star Wars copyrighted music is not really a recipe for success. So I'm gonna avoid streaming that. I don't want to stream it without the music either, so. But yeah, I'm probably gonna play it on my off time, but just so you know, it's $4. Highly recommend. If you like Battlefield, if you like COD, if you like Star Wars, I'd highly recommend. It's very good. It is very good. And I finally got the opportunity to buy Hunt Showdown for $15. I was really conflicted and on the fence about whether or not I would buy it. But after I was kind of worried about playing it with the PlayStation pool or with the PC pool of players. I thought like console pool would be better for me since I always use controller. But it turns out that it's crossplay. So I'm playing with PC players anyways, so I figure I might as well just play it on PC as well. So I have it on PC now. So if anybody is interested in playing Hunt Showdown with me, know that I'm trash. But I will probably play that on a Friday at some point. With better performance now, instead of that trash Hunt Showdown stream we had last time. The problem with that stream was that my PlayStation was trying to conflict with my my PC's internet connection, therefore making everything terrible. So, in case you were wondering why that stream the network was bad. It was conflicting with my PlayStation, but now I'm playing it on PC. Somehow, that doesn't cause a problem. Anyway, Asbury says, I'm taking out the dog like a quick time event. Mandy is becoming ever so slowly more sad and disappointed by the behavior in the stream. Mandy's like, I'm never coming back. I can't believe these guys. They hate dogs. I feel like I have a valid reason, being that I actually have dog trauma, but, you know. Anyway. I have somehow ended on the floor. Kitsune's like, I have ate my meal. I am now on the floor. I am not sure how I've got here. But no, like dogs like Squigs. I haven't met Squigs in real life, but I am certain that I would love Squigs. All other animals make me afraid. But if you guys are worried about, I know there's like that superstition that like, I know there's that superstition that dogs can tell bad people because dogs don't want to hang around people that are questionable. I'll have you know that the last time I was around a dog, it chose to sit by me. Someone brought their dog to the office. And while that dog owner was gone, the dog chose to sit by me. But yes, I'm talking about the work dog. Yes. So in case you're wondering, does Taku pass the dog vibe check? Yes. I do pass the dog vibe check. Do the dogs pass my vibe check? Only Squigs. And Wiffle Waffles dogs as well. Pass my vibe check. But aside from that, yeah, I'm afraid of dogs. So, were you freaking out the whole time? No, because that dog actually, like, I'm not really afraid of dogs that mind their own business. Like, if the dog sees me from a distance, but just kind of like stays with their owner and doesn't really care, then it's totally fine. It just makes me a little anxious when dogs like come right up, like they'll run up to you and then they'll start sniffing your leg. That's when I get kind of anxious, because that's what happened when my mom got bit. Is she got bit on the leg, so and there was blood everywhere. So when a dog gets near my leg, I get kind of like haha. But yeah, if they're just hanging out and they're like not sniffing me or anything, then it's whatever. I don't really care. Personal space is the important thing. Hold on, I might die here. I don't know what's happening with the team right now, but... Ooh. Hold on, I gotta move near the team. We should all be at the objective! The objective! Ooh, kill that thing. There we go. What the heck? Stab. So true. And Squigs is an angel, so true. I have second dinner left, needs... What do you mean second dinner? I like it, personally. Second dinner. I like your energy, Kitsune. I, too, would love second dinner. It depends what's for dinner, though. There's actually a little bit of edamame in the fridge that I'd like to eat sometime later tonight. I don't know when, but sometime later. Sometime later tonight. Let's see. Never caused a trauma in his life. Are you talking about work dog? Yes. Were you freaking out the whole time? No. That dog is really small. Like, that dog is, like, no higher than my knee. That dog is really, like, tiny. So, I don't think that dog's, like, whole body and mouth were so small that I don't think it could have bit my leg if it tried, because my leg is bigger than its mouth could open. So, I think I was safe in that regard. So I wasn't worried about that. And the dog minds its own business as well, so no big deal. No big deal. And it's okay, Taku, I get it. I still don't understand the pitbull hate, but I understand the dog trauma. Is pitbull hate because I like to argue? Is pitbull hate real? Who's to say? Who's to say? You have to use that trauma to become the alpha dog. Next time you see a dog, sniff them first. Yes. Sniff them first. Show your dominance. You know, I heard that the guy who did the alpha wolf study, I heard that he initially published his findings about like the alpha or something, and then he later found out that his whole study on like the alpha male thing, the alpha wolf, sorry, not alpha male. His study on the alpha wolf was not actually accurate to real life, and he also came to realize that like a lot of questionable groups were also kind of adopting like the alpha male is the way of the world and natural kind of philosophy. So the guy that published his study, he actually went on to denounce his findings about the alpha wolf because they weren't actually correct. Initially he thought they were, but it turns out he wasn't correct at all, so... but yeah. In case you were curious. In case you were curious about alpha male lore, it's not even real. The guy that made the study says it's not real, so... and I'm pretty sure he's the foremost expert on alpha animals. Anyways, it was buy one get one. I see. And BRB in 15. Okay, hope you enjoy your BRB. And they can't sniff you if you're sniffing them. So true. And it was wrong because he used zoo wolves. Ah, and wolves in captivity, basically wolves in prison. I see. I thought it was that he just observed them wrong, but I guess maybe not. And he sounds like a beta, is so wild. Yeah, he sounds like a beta to me, yeah. So true. So eloquently put, really. So truly eloquently put. Anywho, I'm gonna go out of my way to make Azure mad now. I hate cats. I hate all cats. Cats are the worst. I'm just kidding. That one I'm actually joking. That one I'm actually joking. I don't know if Azure heard that, but that's okay. It would be funny, though. It would be funny if Azure heard that. No, cats are fine. I'm pretty indifferent on cats. I am, like, low-key allergic, though. Like, my eyes will water, and I'll get, like allergies, like, if there's dust. But cats are fine. Cats mind their own business, so that's fine. The claws kind of scare me, but cats generally don't attack you if they don't have to, so it's not really a big deal. I feel like some dogs, they'll just run up and bite you, though, so that's the difference. Some dogs will literally just show up and kill you, so I don't know. Anyways. Dare I go to damnation? I do dare. In nature, alpha is basically Papa and Mama wolf. So naturally, their children are going to listen to their mom and pops. Ah, I see. I didn't know that. How do you... You know, it's really interesting. I was reading this... this Reddit story about this girl who has like a face blindness thing. She has like a, I don't know if it's a disorder or a condition, but she can't, her brain is incapable of differentiating between faces. She's like completely face blind. So she can't, her brain is incapable of telling the difference between humans, so she has to use like trinkets and like articles of clothing to differentiate between people. And I think that's so interesting. If true. I mean, I've only heard of that once, so I'm not sure how true that is, but I think it's so interesting to the thought of having a brain that is incapable of differentiating faces. Because I guess to me, differentiating between faces is really easy, you know? But then I think of like wolves, for example. And it makes me wonder, like, when I think of wolves, it makes me think like how do wolves know the difference between each other? Because to me, wolf is wolf, you know? Like, I'm not going to be able to tell the difference unless they have like a really identifying scar or like pelt, you know? But I wonder if it's like, you know, the wolf brains can easily tell the difference, but like human brains maybe just can't tell the difference, you know? There's a charger right behind me. Ooh, never mind, we're good. Also, sorry to bring up poop talk, but I took my magical concoction of prune juice and Miralax like an hour ago. That is the one that always gets my system flowing. Anyway, my stomach's starting to hurt, so if I have to abruptly leave, you know why. Just to give you a little mental preparation for when I inevitably abruptly leave. It's because I drank Miralax and prune juice and I have to use the bathroom. Ow. Let's see. Who diagnosed her barefoot? Barefoot lore is like over a year old by now, I think. Unless Barefoot has redisguised. Barefoot's been gone for like a year, thank goodness. Ugh. I was gonna say I hate liars, says the man that frequently lies. Like, oh, I hate liars, says a man that frequently lies on stream, just for the fun of it. Anyways, we're not gonna... It's not about me! It's about that guy. Asbury says, I only differentiate wolves by whether they've been on Wall Street or not. How funny do you think yourself? Do you think yourself to be like the funniest guy to ever live, or do you just say things and just hope for the best, or well, what's going on in this mind? I just want to know what's going on in this mind of yours. You know?
That does not look stable.
Asbury be like, I'm just gonna say this one thing, and I'm just gonna hope for the best. I think I'm the funniest. This guy. Well, you're certainly not unfunny, I'll give you that much. You're certainly not unfunny. You know what I have noticed, though? I have noticed that I really do wonder what it's like to talk to me and to just be in the vicinity of my shenanigans, because these past few years, in real life, not stream life, but IRL, I have been noticing the phrase, damn it, Taku, to be like pretty common from like people that have just never met. I'll just be like, damn it, Taku. And it makes me wonder, what is it like to interact with it, you know? Am I really this just, like, dumb, unbearable? So much so that such a phrase is commonplace. You know what I mean? There's so much happening right now. Hold on, I'm switching to a gun. I can't. I don't know what's happening here, but it's confusing. Oh, that guy's dead. Let's see. Oh, and sometimes, even at work, I know I do that thing where I just, like, sometimes I can't even tell if I'm joking or not. I do the same thing, but, like, in terms of my intelligence as well, I like to keep people guessing about whether or not I'm actually intelligent. This is actually an important strategy in life, guys. You can actually be really stupid as long as people think it's funny, you know? It kind of works out for the best in that way. It's actually the best of both worlds, to quote Miley Cyrus. If you act dumb, then people are going to rely on you for intelligent things less, which is awesome. And if you all act dumb and you joke around about it, then people can't actually tell when you're being serious about being dumb, you know? And in that way, you can actually be dumb, and they won't know if you're joking or not. I'm joking about that, but I'm also... That low-key does work, though, actually. I'm making a joke, but that actually does work in real life. But I feel like if I do joke around about it, though, I am pretty clear about... If I'm just gonna straight up lie, I'm gonna lie about stuff that, like, is very easily disproven. You know what I mean? There's a difference between joke gaslighting and actual gaslighting. You know what I mean? Actual gaslighting? Toxic as hell. Joking gaslighting? Pretty funny. I'm joking. Dude, my stomach hurts, man. Like, I don't have to use the bathroom yet, but I can feel things shifting around. Things are not looking good for me in about 30 minutes. Let's see. Taku, that was a dad joke. Should have been right up your alley. I guess you never saw the movie. Wait, sorry, what? What movie? What movie? I don't remember the movie. Hold on. Let me... Here are these guys. Oh, another thing. Apparently with the incoming Darktide... Darktide Arbides class is coming with the Darktide update. Supposedly, missions, the maps are currently tied to a difficulty level. So if you play a certain difficulty, there's only so many maps that are in the pool. The update is going to change it so that all maps are in the pool for every difficulty. So you don't have to... there should be more map variety now for higher level missions. So, I think you're funny. Thank you. Sometimes intentionally, sometimes not. Thank you. I try. And you quoted Hannah Montana. Okay, but I'm quoting the theme song for Hannah Montana. But doesn't Miley Cyrus sing the theme song for Hannah Montana? If we're really being honest with ourselves, doesn't she actually sing the theme song? Because Miley Cyrus is but an alias. I mean, Hannah Montana is but an alias. Is Miley Cyrus her real name? Or is that like a show name? You know? And hey, that's my strat and toilet, so true. So true. It's especially important. Now, it's important to be smart in the job interview, but after you pass your probationary period, it's okay to be dumb. Generally, you know? Okay to be dumb. I mean, they already hired you. They spent so much time training you, you know? It's okay to show your dumb side. That's what I do. And the Wolf of Wall Street, Lamau. Oh. No, the Wolf of Wall Street joke from a while ago, I understood that joke. That joke I 100% understood. I didn't watch the movie, but I know the name of the movie, so. Oh, there's a dog. I'm gonna go near the team. Okay. Oh. Okay. Even I watched that movie. Why would I watch The Wolf of Wall Street? I'm very much not a movie guy. I mean, I feel like that's clear enough on stream, but I really don't care for movies. It needs to be, like, chopped up into, like, hour-long episodes. If it's, like, 3 hours, I'm just not gonna watch it. Like, even if it's, like, if you told me there was, like, a Warhammer movie that's 3 hours long, I honestly, like, I love Warhammer, even I might not watch it. That's way too long. And I understand you can, like, pause the thing. I'm aware of the pause button existing, but I really hate pausing the thing. I like to watch the whole thing the whole way through, and in that way, it needs to be like an hour long. Episodes need to be 30 minutes to an hour. Anything longer than that, I'm not gonna watch it. The longer past an hour it goes, the less likely I am to watch it. I don't want to just knock my whole night out with a 3-hour movie. Which is why I don't really watch Harry Potter. The only time I did watch Harry Potter was when I was, like, a lot younger. I didn't watch it in any recent capacity. Maddie says, I never even saw the movie, but I do know of the movie, so true. Like, I'm very aware of the movie, I just didn't watch the movie. I'm not gonna watch it. Leonardo DiCaprio dumping all his girlfriends once they reach the age of 25. I don't know why I remember that. Hold on, there's a lot happening right now. Just a second here. Oh, yep, that would be the button to pull my grenade out in Helldivers. My mistake. There's so much happening right now, dude. Please take out. Okay, good. That guy took out the sniper. In the show, she is Miley Stewart. IRL, she is Miley. Bro, you're just lying to me now. I can't believe you lie like this. I can't believe you lie like this. In the show, she's Miley Stewart. But she's actually IRL, she's Miley Cyrus. Insane. That's why the show is called Miley Stewart and not Hannah Montana. Classic. And that man needs to have his age plus 7, if you know what I mean. So true. How old is Leo now? He's probably like 40... late 40s? If I had to guess. Late 40s. So half... well, I guess if you said 50, half his age plus 7 would be 32, right? Very interesting. You know, back when I lived where I used to live, Can I say that? Nah, it doesn't matter. Back where I lived when I used to live, I went back to where my old college was, because I had to use the bathroom. This was like... I think I was like a year or two done with college already. And I stopped by my college because I had to use the bathroom and I was in the area. And I remember I walked into the store and it was like I was walking amongst like... Everybody there was like college aged, but they all looked to me like they were like high schoolers. It's like, what high school did you come from? Knowing full well they're like, I don't know, 20 years old or something. Like, what? It was in that moment that I realized I'm probably not as young as I think I am. I don't know. Anyway, going back to age talk all of a sudden. Wait. Leo? Bro, Leo's not in his 60s, come on. There's no way. Titanic's not that old, is it? The movie? Leo was like 20-something in the movie, wasn't he? The actor? I feel like that movie was in the 90s? Is when Titanic came out? Maybe like mid-90s? I don't know when. And Miley Stewart is Hannah Montana. Okay, but... What? Is she actually named Miley Stewart in the show? There's no way. She's Miley Cyrus. Miley Cyrus doesn't play Miley Stewart, right? It's Miley Cyrus and Hannah Montana. Right? Surely. That or I'm just going insane. I don't know. DiCaprio is 50. Thank you, Asbury. Thank you, thank you. See, this is what... This is the kind of honesty I'm looking for, you know? Okay, I needed the ammo, so I just dropped it. Okay, I'm just gonna spam because the ammo crate's right behind me. Oh, nope, the ammo crate's gone. Never mind. Appy says, oh, I'm just throwing something out there. I don't know how old he is. Appy's like, I love spreading lies. Wouldn't it be funny if I just lied? That's fine. Eh, it's whatever. Asbury says, bro, I'm telling you, in the show, her name is Miley Stewart. And I've been stating facts the whole time. No, you're not. You're lying. You're lying. I'm choosing not to believe you because I don't believe you. There's no way her name is Miley Stewart in the show. There's no way her name is Miley Stewart in the show. There's no way. You're just absolutely lying to me now. What is it like to just lie, you know? What is it like to just be like this? Just lying all the time. Just for no reason. Couldn't be me, obviously. I'm not like, you know, lying all the time, but... what are you basing that opinion on, Taku? The opinion that Asbury's lying to me about Miley Stewart? I'm basing that opinion because I know I'm right. She's Miley Cyrus in the show. She's not Miley Stewart. She's Miley Cyrus. I'm confident. That or I'm just being gaslit right now. You guys are just gaslighting me. What is it like to just gaslight me and just think I wouldn't notice? What is that like? You know, you really think I wouldn't notice that you're gaslighting me? Insane. Get me out of here. Dude, no. Okay, okay, we're gonna have a serious moment for a second. I was being serious about her being Miley Cyrus. Now, I'm not so sure. Are you actually telling me that she's Miley Stewart in the show? Because I was like 1000% confident that she's Miley Cyrus. You literally just said you like to lie about things that can easily be fact-checked. Okay, this is a little different because I'm like mid-stream, mid-Darktide stream. I can't just be verifying whether or not. This is the dumbest typical Olgrin behavior. Brother. Why is this team so stupid? I don't... Kill the gunner! Are you seeing this? Are you seeing how dumb this team is? My man, you literally just kill the gunner. That's all you have to do. Just kill the gunner. Insane. He'll never verify because he knows he's wrong. Hannah Montana. Synopsis. I am refusing to acknowledge what I've read, and I'm choosing to put I'm choosing not to believe what I've seen. I mean, let me rephrase that. I've always been right. I've never been wrong. So, Asbury says, I used to watch Hannah Montana after school. I don't have to Google it. Okay, so why? Here's my question then. If you're gonna if her real name is Miley Cyrus, then why would you change her last name to be Miley Stewart? That doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? It's like you already got her first name. Just use the whole thing at this point, you know? Use the whole thing, man. Why do you change it to Miley Stewart? You gotta be kidding me. So ridiculous. I don't understand. Why? I don't understand. That makes no sense to me. Anyways, welcome back, Kitsune. We're talking about how apparently Miley Cyrus is actually Miley Stewart in canon. In Hannah Montana canon, Miley Cyrus's last name is actually Miley Stewart. That makes no sense. I was so confident it's Miley Cyrus. Miley Cyrus plays Miley Cyrus and then plays Hannah Montana when the show calls for her to be Hannah Montana. You know? I don't know. I feel like I've just like popped into an alternate universe or something where just nothing makes sense and everything is just stupid and contrarian for just the sake of being contrarian, or whatever the term is in this alternate universe, you know? Anyways, but yeah, Kitsune says I'm done with dinner, life is worth living again. Kitsune's like, I wasn't sure if life was a moment ago, but I'm sure now. Well, I'm glad you're sure again, Kitsune. Welcome back. Get me out of here. So true. The vibe, don't actually go. Don't leave, please. And Asbury says, you can lead a horse to water. So he doesn't know. We don't know she's Hannah Montana, duh. Miley Cyrus is a brother and sister. Miley Stewart only has a brother. What? Okay. I understand the statement. I agree with what you said, but those two things are independent of each other. You know? Like, yeah, Miley Cyrus IRL has a brother and sister, but that doesn't mean that Miley Stewart needs to not have a brother and sister as well, you know? Anyways, I'm not done. I am gonna switch games though. We are now. We have now entered. Sorry, I know I'm like yelling into the microphone. I don't know why. I'm just very passionate. A little chat. A little sleepy chat to make it sound less intimidating. And we are actually going to go to just chatting instead of. We're going to move over to just chatting instead of Tiny Glade, but we're going to play Tiny Glade. So I haven't played this for a while, so we're going to get back into it. This will be our end of the night activity. End of the night activities. There we go. Here we are. Okay. What did you just say? I don't know, dude. Like, I speak, things come out of my mouth, and I don't remember anything I said, so. I just like speaking, and sometimes it makes sense, and then other times, none of it makes sense, so. Anywho, I think the last time I played this is when Ashi was just starting her trip to places. Kashi hand reveal confirmed. I don't remember how to play this. Actually, you know what, I'm gonna leave this because I want to, I want to keep working on this, but I don't want to mess it up. So we're gonna do the daily theme, the Mage's Observatory. We know from personal experience that sometimes need a bit of inspiration. Mage's Observatory. Yeah, okay, I honestly don't know what to do with that, so we're going somewhere else. Let's go to this place called Holden. We're going somewhere else. I don't know what to do with that, so. I still don't know how to make interiors. So we're just gonna hope for the best. Anyway, welcome to my sleepy time and just chatting stream. I'm literally just chatting. If you guys want to talk about anything, in particular, anything and everything, now is your chance. If you would like to try your, test out your questions for a fun night out with your friends, now's the time. I will give you an honest answer as to whether or not your question's stupid or not. If it is, trust that I will tell you. And I will not censor whether or not I think your question's stupid. I'll let you know. In fact, I'll go one higher. I'll tell you that you're stupid. I will literally just insult you. If that would tickle your fancy. Appy says, let's talk politics then. Okay, so we're not talking politics. We're talking anything but politics. And controversial topics. Obviously, still, please follow by the rules and do not... Let's keep the hinges on, but, you know, let's have a very nice, peaceful conversation without absolutely going off the rails for no particular reason. Taku's wilding tonight. Anything besides Pitbulls and Miley Cyrus, Taku's wild. What other controversial opinions do I have? Near Automata sucks. That story is garbage. Sorry, the story's garbage. The game is good, but the story is trash. Just to be clear. And I was considering whether or not it would be a good idea for me to maybe it would be a good idea for me to do that as a series on the channel. I have been thinking about that. But it would literally just be me roasting the game. I'm not a big fan of the story in that game. What other hot takes do I have? Battle Royale suck. I hate Battle Royale games. Souls-like games is the only tag you need to make me disinterested in what the game is. I don't know why I feel like picking a fight tonight. I don't know. I just woke up and chose violence today, I guess. I'm not really sure. I don't know what's going on with me. I think I'm just... There's something wrong, you know? Maybe it's the laxative, I don't know. I don't know how to pick this whole thing... Oh, there we go. Okay, this whole additional house thing I'm doing doesn't make any sense, so I'm just gonna get rid of that. Can we add a door somehow? Put a flag up there. Asbury says, so if I face you in Smash Bros 10 times 1v1, out of the 10 losses, how many times do I restock you? Bold of you to assume that you'd even get a single win. Got him. Got him. I'll have you know that I'm actually Platinum 10 in that game. I'm actually ranked one of the best in the world at Super Smash Bros. I'll have you know. They call me the great guy that plays Smash Bros. I don't know. I don't know, man. The lights are on, but nobody's home, you know? My brain is off. Actually, wait, no. Oops, wait. Made a mistake. Here, let's put some flowers around. Bring it around town. And then we'll make a little walkway. Bring it around town. Shoot, I got rid of my tree. Whoa. Oops. Damn, I killed it. Killed my tree, man. It's a little better, don't you think? Okay. Aren't you a snake main? Not really. I think of myself as more of an Ike main, personally. In all seriousness, I do think I'm more of an Ike main. Oops. I don't know. Guess I never quite thought about it. But I think I'm an Ike main. Oh, I wonder. How the hell... I don't know if anybody has played this game before, but how the hell do you make that? What is this? I mean, sorry. Let me back up. I understand it's a bridge, okay? I'm wondering how you make a bridge Because none of this makes any sense. Can you just, like... Okay, so that's not a bridge. You know what I mean? Like, how... There's no, like, bridge structure, so I don't understand how one could... You know? Like, how did... What? How does this happen? Oh, wait. No, I might... Maybe it's like a... Okay, so if you... if you do that, right? But you can't, like... You know what I mean? They call me Smash King. Pause. This guy. They call me the Smash King. Pause. And I use Captain Falcon for fun. I use Lucas if it's serious. I use Villager if I'm trolling this guy. I am an Ike and a Marth main, I think. Oh, actually, you know what's crazy? Tonight I didn't drop any frames. This is like the first night that I didn't have connection issues. I mean, I had bad frame rate on my computer, but it wasn't the result of my network. It's always been my network's fault. This time, today, it was my computer's fault, but something fixed. I don't know what happened. Nice try, I ain't buying Switch. Dude, there was a guy at my work today. He was saying, sorry, I'm gonna make myself a little larger. Don't think about that statement. So I saw a guy at work today. He was saying, he was talking about like, oh yeah, I only paid like $500 for my Switch with, I only paid $500 for my Switch with Mario Kart. And I'm just like, huh? You did what? My man, The Witcher 3 with all DLC goes on sale for $10. I could have bought The Witcher 3 50 times for the price of you buying the Switch with Mario Kart. Dude, that is so much money. Like, are you like rich, and I'm just like getting paid pennies or something? Is that what's happening? How did this door come here? Because I don't remember there being a door earlier. I mean, I wanted a door, but how did the door get here? Oh, you can make them really small too, huh? Dude, my stomach is like shifting. Okay, I don't get it. I really don't understand how this is supposed to work. You know what? I wanted to figure it out on my own. I don't think I'm going to, so I'm literally just gonna watch a YouTube video. Let's find out. Tiny Glade Bridge for water. Now let's see how people made this absolute sorcery, because this makes no sense to me. There's nothing about this that makes sense. What? Dude, no way. Huh? Brother, what? Dude, this is baffling. How the hell were you supposed to figure that one out? I gotta watch it again in slow motion. Wait. Okay. Watch this. Ready? So, you're supposed to make a... You essentially make, like this. One of these, right? You make a house, but then you take the top... Oh, wait. You make a house... I screwed up. And then you, like... Okay, I don't know what button they pressed. But... after you grab the house, you can, like... There we go. So you just, like, shrink the roof until it's nothing. And then you get this, right? Now, this is literally just, like, a solid structure. And then you can make this structure smaller. And then you can change the paint on it to be like this, so that you have a railing. And then you kind of have to, like, I don't know, like, adjust the height to a certain extent. And then you have to, like, raise the ground next to it or something. I'm gonna delete this later. I'm trying to show you guys, and I'm trying to, like, figure it out for myself as well. And then Taku cheating. Mandy, no, look away, no. There was no way I was gonna figure this out. This is, like, literally impossible. I do want to learn on my own, but this is ridiculous. This is just not happening. There we go. See, so you have to, like, make a path up the thing and then onto the bridge, right? And then if you want to make like this, then you have to use water and, like, go underneath it. Okay, never mind, I'm just lying. It's literally just hello duck. Literally just Taku propaganda. What? How do you... What? Okay, I'm gonna cheat again. Hold on. How the hell did you make... What? Oh. Okay, so it's not water. You don't add water. You add... you add path. The path underneath here is what does that. So that's how you make a bridge. Okay. In case you were curious. Because I was curious. I didn't know how to do that. Okay. Now, the reason I wanted to make a bridge was because I want there to be, like, a walkway here. Somehow. I don't really know how that's gonna work yet, but let's move that over. Yeah. Yeah, actually, wait. I'm gonna delete that. Somehow. I don't... Never mind. I'm just gonna move the window over because I don't know how to delete it. Anywho. I don't know what else there is that I want to vent about or talk about generally. It's not a lot going on in life. It's for the best, though. Definitely for the best. There's not a lot happening in Taku land. And I like that for myself. What? Actually, let me grab that. What the hell am I doing? Can I make this... Is that ugly? Dude, my stomach, like, is just starting to hurt now. I'm in labor, guys. I'm joking, obviously. Labor is nothing compared to this experience, but I am in pain, though. Don't get me wrong. Anyways, quiet life is best life. So true. What the heckies? Poop time. No, like, it's just, it's stuff shifting right now. I don't have to go yet. It's just... That, concoction, the Miralax and, and prune juice is diabolical. Highly do not recommend unless you, like, really gotta go. Like, if it's been, like, a few decades and you gotta go, then, like, yeah. What the... Okay, I'm not really sure what I did. But that's not right. Okay. Me... see... I wonder if I can make this the same... exactly the same height. I think that's close enough, isn't it? Yeah, that's pretty close. And then we will change this to nope. Yeah. Okay, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do here yet. But I am liking how it's coming out. Taku in crisis. So true. And I'm in labor, guys, it's crazy. I'm in labor. I'm about to deliver just the wildest poop baby, you know? The wildest poop baby anyone's ever seen. I mean, hopefully you guys don't see it. I don't know why I said hopefully. Obviously you guys are gonna see it, but... Or maybe you will, I don't know. Maybe I'll just send it in the Discord. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna send it in the Discord. As far as you know. Anyways. Okay, I think this makes more sense. It's still a little ugly and doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but I am enjoying the chaos of it all. So I think I will keep it. I'm not a big fan of these. The little, like, wood random things in the mix. Same thing with this. I don't... Like, I want the railing, but I don't want, Actually, let me try a different color, maybe? Maybe if I did, like... I guess that's gray or something. Or is it the same color? I think it's the same color. Nice. Okay. I'm leaving the channel and blocking Taku. Take me with you. No, it's okay. I'm definitely... Just to clarify, I'm definitely not going to send it. I'm not... I joke around, I'm not actually genuinely deranged. I'm not crazy. Can I make a pathway on top of my building? I can't. So how does one go about making a... an entrance then. Oh, wait, no, you can. You can do it just up here. Wow. Okay, let me try to make it as close as possible. Is that just not center? Is that the problem? Okay. Anyway, in all seriousness, the floor is you guys's. If there's anything you guys want to talk about, you just let me know. As long as it's not politics. I don't want to talk politics. This is turning out nicely. Yeah. I like this. Oops. Wait. What? I don't remember how you make junks in front of your door. With this? No, it's a light. I think we'll do... Maybe... when it comes to, like, design, I'm not a big fan of symmetry. It depends where the symmetry is, I guess. I want, like, one of these poles, but I want it to be on top of... the thing. Damn. Anyway. We can go log for log. Poop talk? Is that crazy? I don't know. It's a trap. He's about to go wild in Wild West. You know me. I love the chaos. I love the chaos of just saying something insane. It's my absolute favorite. What even is this? It's like a vent or something. Now it's like a wall thermometer. Okay, I don't know how that works. Like a chimney. Oh! Comically high chimney. Actually, wait, no. Comically high? Never mind. Kind of dumb looking. Okay, well. We'll just do that for now. Welcome back to Giggles as well. Welcome back. Taku's about to poop. Giggles is a ride or die girly for real. Giggles... Actually, Giggles, I think this is okay to talk about, but we were talking about, 5... What was it? Like 5 first date questions? Or, something like that? 5 questions to ask a potential date partner or something like that? Giggles, would you like to ask your questions? One of Giggles' questions that I do remember is, what's your favorite SpongeBob quote? Mine, this goes for everybody. Interview questions for someone your bestie is seeing. Ah, yes, yes. This is a question for the class. What is your favorite SpongeBob quote? If you can only pick one. My personal favorite is, "Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs?" Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? That's my favorite. I love that one. It's so funny. You feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? You feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? You feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Hold on. Sorry, I know I'm shifting the camera a lot. Actually, no. Let me put that in the... Nah. Back entrance is fine. Just do that. Don't think about that. Future! Future! Another good one. Another excellent choice. Excellent choice. I had a phase where I was saying living like Larry almost every day. Pause. You got it, Mandy. Proud of you for getting that one. Didn't mean to, but proud of you for getting that one. Let's see. That down. I don't know if this is how you... Is this really how you make stairs? This can't be right. It's right enough, I guess. I don't know. Can I just copy paste? Is there a copy paste button? I don't think so. My fave is probably the inner machinations of my mind are an enigma. That was my senior quote in the yearbook. And photosynthesis. Taku's proud? I am. I am very proud of you, Mandy. That was a good one. Mandy is gaining new layers to herself. What else? Oh, wait, what? I want to snap it. Put that down, put this over here. Oops. Thank you. I rarely catch the pauses. It's for the best. The only reason I don't like I can detect the sussy things pretty well. The main reason I don't... Sometimes they do happen and I just don't say anything, even though I detected it. Because I just want to be family friendly. Keep things moderately PG. That one was kind of wild, though. Okay, I think I'm slowly getting better at making these stairs. They're still kind of long, but it's not that bad. We're getting there. Oh! Actually, Mandy, we didn't talk about the end of Severance Season 2 yet. Right? We talked a little bit about... We talked a little bit about it, but I don't think we talked about, like, the ending proper. Sorry, this is crooked. Let me fix this first. Something about this that's kind of crooked. Oops. It's not exactly perfect. It's not bad, but... still kind of weird. Oh, and need to take Squigs out. Okay, Mandy's gonna take Squigs out. But yes, I did watch it. Wait, did you watch it? Giggles? I was watching a bit of it. I say a bit, I watched all of what's available. I'm saying a bit like I barely watched anything. I watched all that's available. It's... Season 2 was actually... To me, Season 2 is, like, as good as Season 1. It's not like... I don't know. It's not like the greatest thing I've ever seen. No, I guess... I don't know. Sorry, I just kind of say things. That's not what I meant. And you did? Okay. Oh wait, no, we did talk about this actually. I did talk about this with Mandy. Never mind. But the main thing that I wasn't sure about was whether or not I wasn't sure whether or not at the end of season 2 whether or not I'm trying to say it in a way that just like doesn't give everything away for people who haven't watched it. Dude, I don't know what's happening here. Actually, this whole back staircase thing is a bad idea. I'm just gonna get rid of the whole thing. This makes no sense. Maybe there's a easier way to make stairs, but whatever it is, I'm not doing it properly. I don't know how to make stairs yet. Can you raise? Oh, you can. Interesting. I wasn't sure at the end of season 2 whether or not Mark was getting baited back in. You know? I guess that's the least spoilery way I have to put it. But, man. That's pretty good. It's kind of sad that I don't really... that it's done. I really hate waiting for seasons to release. I would prefer to just watch everything all at once if possible. You know? Mandy says, all I can say about season 2 finale is Gemma, Broken Heart. But that marching band scene was goated. It's so... I don't know. I think I have a conflicted feeling about Milchik. Because sometimes he acts like a corporate robot, but he has like moments where he acts and responds like a real person, you know? Like, I guess I think out of all the people in that, like, in Lumen, everybody is like 100% corporate, but Milchik has moments where he reacts to things and responds like he's not like fully brainwashed. You know? It's very strange. I'm so confused by the show, like what is going on, and I watched the marching band scene so many times. It makes me wonder, like, so then I guess I'm really confused. I'm really confused about what they do, you know, and I know that it's not really explained yet, but I'm confused about, like, they can craft so many items, but it's like, for what purpose? You know, they have a severed marching band, but at the same time it's like, why? I'm trying not to say spoilers too directly in case people do watch it. But like, they have a severed marching band, it's like, why? The whole Gemma thing is like that. It doesn't make sense to me yet, but I guess that's what a future season's gonna explore. What else? Where Lumen is located and the influence of the Kier cult is something that I don't fully understand, and I don't think it's explained just yet. But And I'm kind of conflicted about whether Kier is a cult, because I assume that... No, I guess it is a cult. But if they're a cult, then why hasn't a single person, like, really blown the whistle on Lumen, you know? They're so weird. And there was that one scene where Helena eats the egg. I don't know if you guys remember that. There was like... Hold on. Never mind. What was I saying? They kill them. Praise Kier. That scene taunts me. When she, like, cuts the boiled egg. I think it's so... weird. Like, who does that? Her dad says the worst line I've ever heard in my life during the egg scene. Like, legit PTSD. I remember. I remember. Also, my stomach is really starting to hurt. I think I have to go soon. I am in so much pain, dude. I'm kind of worried that my stomach's gonna, like, make a noise and you guys are gonna hear it. But yeah. Yeah, what was the line again? I don't remember. Sorry, my stomach really hurts now. Okay, well, I think I gotta go. Sorry, we'll pick this up tomorrow. I really gotta go. Hold on. My stomach hurts, dude. Like, I'm gonna die. My stomach hurts. We're gonna raid out. Say hello to the next person. I gotta go. Want to hear my tummy? Nope. Good night, everybody. Sorry, I gotta go, dude. My stomach hurts. BRB.